Okay, hi, and welcome to Essential Oils 101, what they are and why you should care. I am Leann Forst, and I'm a board certified holistic health practitioner, and I'm an author of 2 books, How to Get Your Kids to Beg for Veggies and 100 Ways to Lose Weight. Also known as a family health and cancer coach and owner of groovybeats.com, as well as being a doTERRA wellness advocate and wife and mom of 2. So we're going to get started and dig right in to the whole reason why we're doing this webinar, because it's important for people to know that how bad the disease rates are in the United States right now, and knowing that they are all climbing. We now know that 1 in 2 men and 1 in 3 women can expect a cancer diagnosis in their lifetime. And this is pretty sad because our health, food, and environment are not as good as they were 30 years ago. We are exposed to more toxicity than ever. And because of this, we also know that 43% of children in the United States have a chronic illness. 6.4 million children have been diagnosed with ADHD. Anxiety has become the #1 mental health issue in the United States, affecting 40 million adults alone. And 80% of women suffer from some sort of hormonal imbalance. So we know that the current healthcare system is designed only to manage symptoms and not get to the root cause. So we're going to talk a little bit about epigenetics. Now, we've all heard of genetics where you're born with a single gene disease like Down syndrome and there's nothing you can do about it. But in a new area of study in the last 5 years, we now know through epigenetics that 95% of diseases can be controlled or even reversed through diet, lifestyle, and environment, which is good news because that means that you can potentially reverse disease by changing your diet, lifestyle, and environment, right? And we know that a gene can be turned on or off due to these factors, okay? So we're going to talk about the wellness lifestyle pyramid, and we always have to start with the biggest, which is your food, your nutrition. It has to start with food, and I tell my clients that it's not only about what you eat, but what your body can digest. We are all going to talk about essential oils that can help in this process, or it can be taken as supplements to help with your digestion. We're also going to talk about essential oils that can be used in cooking to increase the nutrient density of your foods. After nutrition comes exercise. We all know that exercise is an important component, but many people suffer from fatigue that prevents them from sticking with an exercise plan. So we'll look at some essential oils that can help to increase energy and making exercise more doable. And then next, we'll talk about rest and managing stress. We know that stress manifests itself as disease, and we'll discuss essential oils that can help with rest and managing stress, which is really one area that I really struggle with personally. And then reducing toxic load. Like I said, we're more toxic now than we've ever been, more toxic, of course, than our grandparents who never had to deal with these issues. So we're going to talk about and everything from our indoor air in our homes to our personal care products and the toxins that we're exposed to every day. We know that women on average now use over 168 different ingredients in their personal care products alone. So we'll hit on some ways to combat those issues with essential oils. Okay, so why consider essential oils as natural alternatives? Well, we know that the body is a funnel, and so toxicity and inflammation cause severe immune suppression. So toxicity and inflammation are caused by chemicals, which can disrupt our immune system, our DNA, and our metabolism. And this next point is really important to get. Chemicals disrupt the respiration of healthy cells and convert them to an anaerobic respiration. So simply said, cancer cells thrive in an oxygen-deprived environment, whereas healthy cells need oxygen to thrive. Chemicals cause a lack of oxygen, and therefore cancer cells can thrive. So there are over 100,000 chemicals in use today in food, personal care products, and home products, and 80,000 of them have not been tested as safe for human health. This is really important. We also know that medication addresses only the symptoms of a disease and not the root cause. And all medications on the market today have side effects. Okay? So a little bit about the history of essential oils, because it seems like they're gaining a lot of popularity lately. although they have actually been around for thousands of years. Essential oils come from plants, so as long as there have been plants, there have been essential oils on those plants. And this can be dated back to the Egyptian days. When King Tut's tomb was raided, they found large jars of essential oils. And this is one of the things that they would take when they would raid the tombs. So when scientists swabbed the tomb, they found out this is what was taken. Even Cleopatra, who we know was so beautiful, she used essential oils in her cosmetics. Essential oils were used in medicine as well. Everyone knows that Hippocrates is the father of modern medicine, and he used them in his practice. So one of the biggest stories that most people know is about the Christ child being brought frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And so it's really important. You'll also learn about these two oils a little more, as you'll see why they were very valuable oils then and also still valuable today. Oils were used during the war in the 40s, and then, of course, we jump forward to 2008, where doTERRA came on the market with the purest essential oils on the market with the highest therapeutic markers. Today, doTERRA has over 2 million users. The company is set up with people like myself to teach people like you how to use them. Because if you think about it, you don't want to just walk into any store and buy off the shelf because, number one, you don't know what you're going to buy, and number two, you'll need help and guidance on how to use them safely and effectively. So what are essential oils? So essential oils are natural aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from plants for health benefits. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. And they're very affordable, being pennies per use. If you take this, for example, 28 cups of peppermint tea equals 1 drop of peppermint. It's very potent. And there's 250 drops in a 15 milliliter bottle. So it's literally cents per use. So a little bit closer look. On the left, you have a peppermint leaf, and then when you put it underneath a microscope, you have the picture on the right, and you see those white sacs. Those are the oil sacs. And so say, for example, if you're cooking and you use rosemary, and then, that you picked from your garden or something, and then you run your hand along the sprig, and then you smell your hand. Well, it smells like rosemary. Well, that's because you popped the oil sac. And these oils protect the plants, which is the same thing that they do for our body. So taking a closer look, oils penetrate the cell membrane to kill viruses and bacteria without building up resistance. Antibiotics can't penetrate the cell membrane. So viruses that live inside the cell membrane, which is why they do live inside the cell membrane, which is why docs don't prescribe antibiotics for viral infection. This is important considering that antibiotic resistance is becoming a huge issue for addressing health concerns. Also, symptoms are just indicators of something that's going on at a deeper level. And essential oils work with the body to address issues and root causes on a cellular level. Okay, there's different grades of essential oils. And so there's synthetic, which you know of as perfumes with toxic chemical fragrances. A lot of them are carcinogens. And then you have food essential oils, cooking extracts and flavorings. A good example of this would be peppermint patties. And although the chocolate may provide you with some emotional well-being, the peppermint will not have therapeutic properties. And then there's therapeutic essential oils, which are an unregulated standard, which leads to misleading label claims and compromised quality and marginal health benefits. It's kind of like going to the grocery store and buying something that says the word natural on it. Nobody regulates it. And on the label, it'll often say, on some essential oils that say therapeutic, it will say not for internal use. So if you have some essential oils, look at the bottle, because things like lavender should be able to be used internally. So there must be something in there that's not safe. And even if you think about your skin is your largest organ. So I would not put essential oils that say not for internal use onto your skin, because your skin is permeable and it goes right into your bloodstream. So doTERRA sets a new standard of purity with certified pure therapeutic grade CPTG in response to unregulated essential oil standards that limit uses and benefits. And I often get the question, are these oils organic? So just FYI, you want your oils to be better than organic. Certain oils need to be harvested at certain times. And if it's not, it could still be deemed as organic, but it won't hold the therapeutic properties that you need in order to benefit your health. Okay, so The next thing you need to have is oils that are distilled at the right time for therapeutic benefits. So like Melissa oil, from the time it's harvested to the time of distillation, if it's more than a few hours, then all the therapeutic benefits are gone. The other thing you want in an oil is indigenous sourcing, which means that the plants are grown where they naturally thrive. So take blueberries, for example. Wild blueberries, you can't stop them from growing versus conventional blueberries, which are shipped in and made to grow on a particular farm. Wild blueberries have 3 times the antioxidant score of conventional blueberries. So you want to go where it naturally thrives so you can have high therapeutic value. And the last thing you want is a company that uses third-party testing so that you don't have any ties. You don't have the fox watching the hen house, so to speak. And you want them to test the purity and efficacy of these oils and make sure the chemical markers are where they need to be. Okay, so there's 3 ways to use essential oils. The first way is aromatically. So it's commonly called aromatherapy. You can, number 1, buy a diffuser and use them that way, or you can use your hands for cupping. You can put a couple drops in your hands and then put it up to your nose and smell them. Essential oils can clean the air, so which is a good reason to diffuse. It also can support breathing or affect your mood. The next way is internally. So you only want to take internally if you're absolutely sure you know what you're using. And I can only recommend doTERRA for this purpose. You could take essential oils with 4 to 8 ounces of water or in a veggie capsule for some oils that are hot oils or if you don't like the taste. Some of the oils you can drop underneath your tongue. Okay, so it nourishes the whole body when you take the essential oils internally. And then lastly, you could use them topically, which is very powerful. One of my favorite ways to apply essential oils. You could use 1 drop of essential oil that can service every cell of your body. And from the feet, it nourishes your bloodstream within 30 seconds. You can use topically on the area of concern, so on your tummy for a tummy ache or on the temples for a headache. According to the chart of reflexology, the laws of reflexology, you can put them on your feet. And there's 3 reasons for doing this is because your feet are less sensitive. Every nerve line in the body ends in your feet. So in the theory of reflexology, those areas on the feet correspond to the body's organs and systems. The left foot corresponds to the left side of the body and all the organs and valves, while the right foot corresponds to the right side of the body. The pores on the feet are also thicker than the pores anywhere else on the body. So this allows for essential oils to be absorbed more quickly and reach the bloodstream faster. So I'm going to talk about the top 10 most popular essential oils. Okay, and the first one is lemon. Lemon I use every day. It's very cleansing, detoxifying, so you could use it to help clean your home. You could do DIY products such as with lemon, water, and vinegar. It cleans the body as well. It binds to fat and water-soluble toxins, so I always use them when I'm detoxing, especially petrochemicals, which are hard to get out of the body, by the way. Your lymphatic system is the trash can of your whole body. So if you find your collarbone, just above your collarbone, that area is a huge lymphatic area. And you could apply some lemon oil and apply it to that area. But you got to be careful about citrus oils topically because it makes you more sensitive to sunlight. So cover up if you're going to use this oil. It's great for diffusing as well to clean your air in your home. Next is peppermint. So aromatic use is great for nausea. You could also use it for car sickness. You just put some in your hands and cup your hands and breathe it in. Upset tummies, you could apply it to the area of concern. If you eat food that doesn't agree with you, it also helps with respiratory function. It helps open up the airways. It's kind of like a natural Vicks. And you can also use it for energy. I like to put a drop in my water or inhale it before I go work out. I also like to rub it on the back of my neck to cool my body during the Texas heat. And athletes love it for these reasons as well. And then we have lavender. Okay, so we source our lavender from France, which is where it grows indigenously. A lot of people have trouble sleeping, so it could be due to a lot of things, dehydration, overstimulation. But one thing you can do is put a couple drops of lavender on the bottom of your feet and drop on your pillow. And if it doesn't work, then lavender isn't addressing what is really going on. So there are multiple oils that can address the same issue. Lavender is great for soothing skin irritation as well. It also can be used for emotional support behind the ears or on pulse points. It's also great to put in your moisturizer for skincare. Well, then we have frankincense. So I encourage you to do your own homework on the scientific studies behind frankincense because it's one of the most studied oils. And I cannot teach you all that you need to know about oils. And if there's one that deserves more attention, it's this one. It's going to blow your mind when you begin to find out how amazing this oil is. And as we say, if it's good enough for Jesus, we know that it is great for cellular health, and we are only as healthy as our cells. So it's great for skin and anti-aging. So you can also add this one to your lotion. It's also good for mood balancing, hormone balancing, sinus support. You can rub a drop of it on the roof of your mouth because the roof of your mouth is connected to your sinus cavity as well as brain function. So we always say, when in doubt, use frankincense. And then we have Melaleuca, also known as tea tree. So Melaleuca is very cleansing. It has antifungal properties. I have a friend of mine that uses a drop or two of Melaleuca when the kids come home with smelly hockey gear. You could add it to your shampoo to use it for a healthy scalp. For instance, we had a lice breakout at our school. So to prevent my daughter from getting it, I just added a drop to her shampoo. And when you go to get a pedicure, if you don't want to come back with anything funky on your feet, you can apply Melaleuca. Okay, so then next one is oregano. Oregano is a very powerful oil. It's a hot oil, so you want to take it in a veggie cap. You don't want to just drop it on your tongue, but don't be scared. You take it in a veggie cap so it makes it all the way to your digestive tract. And you want to have it on hand because when you need it, you don't want to wait for shipping. This oil has antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal properties. And then we're getting to our first blend, which is Breathe. It's called the Breathe Blend or the Respiratory Blend. And this blend, it's called a blend because it's a blend of many oils. And this one is great to use aromatically. And the purpose, of course, is respiratory support. Open up airways, sinus cavity. You could rub some on your chest for congestion. You could diffuse it by your bed, which is great. You could also put it on the bottoms of your feet or even in your shower, on the bottom of your shower to inhale it. And then there's the Soothing Blend, which we call Deep Blue. This is the favorite of people that have aches and pains that they need addressed or are looking for relief from sore muscles after exercise. It also comes in Deep Blue Rub in a tube or a roller ball. So it's only for topical use. For sensitive skin and children, dilute it with fractionated coconut oil. Some oils you always dilute, just such as hot oils. And when you dilute them, it doesn't dilute the power of the oil. It actually helps absorb them better and helps them to go further. And then here's one that I love to diffuse daily. It's called the Protective Blend or On Guard. It cleans the air. Pediatricians use it all the time to help with environmental threats. And, personally with 2 kids in school, they bring home all different kinds of germs, which are going on in the school right now. So I want to keep our immune system strong, which is why I diffuse it daily to clean the air. I also apply it to the bottom of my feet as a good practice just to boost immunity. You can also use it with a roller bottle. You can swipe the backs of your kids' necks as they head out to school. You could also drop a drop on your toothpaste. But just so you know, DoTERRA has a fluoride-free toothpaste that also has On Guard in it. And we have several dentists that use this product in their practice. And then we have the digestive blend called Digest Zen. So it's, of course, a blend that supports the GI tract. And the worst thing is, when you're bloating and you can't fit into your jeans, well, Digest Zen can help this. It's a fast-acting oil, so you get immediate relief. If you don't like the taste, there's also capsules. And I'm not going to go into these oils, but it's good to know that doTERRA has essential oils that are blended just for emotional support. So we teach entire classes on how to use essential oils to impact emotional balance. So I'm not going to go into it today, but it's important to know that essential oils can affect the limbic system of the brain, which is responsible for emotions. And then it's also good to know that as powerful as essential oils are, it's also more powerful to put them in your supplements, okay? So the key things to know is that many supplements on the market today wreak more havoc on your body by taking them. And so when you have synthetics in your supplements, your body does not know what to do with them. And as we said, chemicals, fillers, preservatives, are all man-made and they don't belong in the body. Your body is storing them as toxins, or they are flushed out and eliminated. Either way, the two things to look for, key things to look for in any supplements that you take is, number one, look for the fact that they're clean. They don't have any of these contaminants. And number two, that they are in therapeutic doses. You want them to be in doses that are going to affect your body and make change to your body. So, you'll go and find things that are on the shelf that have 100 different ingredients, but they're not in large enough doses to make any difference. So the first one is the Microplex VMZ, which is the doTERRA whole food vitamin. It's whole food so that your body recognizes it at the cellular level. And most vitamins are missing minerals. Minerals are responsible for over 300 metabolic functions in the body, and every organ depends on them. 95% of Americans are deficient in minerals. And then the next one is the omega supplement, which everybody knows we should be taking to address inflammation. And remember that all disease starts with toxicity and inflammation. Omegas help with the inflammatory response with the body. So you want to make sure you're getting the right kind with no mercury, or you'll be doing more harm than good. So sourcing is very important. And while fish oil is well known, there are also benefits to plant-based omegas, although it's rare to find them in the same supplement. So this is a plant-based and marine-based omega supplement, and it covers all the essential omegas 3, 6, and 9, as well as including healing essential oils. And then lastly, you have the Alpha CRS Plus, which is the cellular health complex with antioxidants to combat oxidative stress and free radicals that damage your cellular health. So then we just want to wrap up by saying the reasons in a nutshell why doTERRA is different than any other essential oil on the market is because it's certified pure therapeutic grade, which means that it's pure, safe, and potent, 100% natural, no fragrances or fillers, free of pesticides, and it's potent, so they're going to affect the body in a positive way. And it's good to know that while you're doing positive things for your family and for your health, you're also doing positive things by buying doTERRA products to help the farmers in the impoverished countries where we source the oils. And doTERRA has a Healing Hands Foundation, which they fund 100%, that help these farmers to end cycles of poverty. Okay, so let's get to how you get these in your house to help your family. So there's a couple ways to buy. The first way is retail, which is the worst way to buy. Nobody buys retail. Nobody wants to pay retail. So that leads me to the second way to buy, which is wholesale. And this is a much better way to buy because doTERRA is a membership company, just like Costco. You pay $35 for a membership fee, and you get all products at 25% below retail. And then when you re-enroll or renew your membership a year later, you pay only $25, and you get a free bottle of peppermint on re-enrollment. And peppermint retails around $27, so it's kind of a wash. So the third way to buy is to get a starter kit. And when you buy a starter kit, which has an assortment of oils, every starter kit has the 10 oils I just talked about today, the top 10 oils, your $35 is waived, and all the products in the kit fall below wholesale pricing. And there is a kit for every budget. And you'll see a link on this page or below this video on a PDF that shows all of the kits. Okay, so it's good to know that doTERRA also has a loyalty rewards program, which is kind of like a frequent flyer program where the airlines give you points toward free flights. Well, we give you points toward free oils. And so when you buy on a consistent basis and restock your oils, your supplements, your products, your cleaning products, your non-toxic cleaning products, then you start earning product points for free products. You also qualify for the free product of the month that doTERRA gives. And you can use the product points for shipping as well. So that is it for me. That's Essential Oils 101. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out and email me at leann@groovybeats.com. And you'll find more information on essential oils, how to get started, how to order, and more information about the wholesale pricing and the kits in the resources section or in a link underneath this video. Thank you.